LA Knight is back in the headlines for what's going on with him. We'll also check out what's going on with Liv Morgan, Roxanne, and more. Starting things off with LA Knight in this situation there because it's been a strange few months for him. His biggest recent accomplishment was reaching the finals of the Last Time Is Now tournament, but he was unable to win that big match. And before that tournament happened, LA Knight spent the summer months in a long feud against The Vision. That's why fans were kind of shocked that LA Knight had no role to play in the men's War Games match that was literally against The Vision. No man really spent more time feuding against The Vision this year than LA Knight, so him being left out of the match was a bit weird. But we get to the December 8th edition of Raw, and something happened there that got some mixed reaction from fans. LA Knight's big new program coming out of the Last Time Is Now tournament was to once again reignite his issues with The Vision. Fans questioned that move because he already feuded with them for so many months this year, was dropped out of the War Games match, but now finds himself back in The Vision's vortex. So that was a move that fans were mixed on, to say the least. But on top of reigniting an old feud against The Vision, LA Knight also got pinned by Logan Paul thanks to some outside interference from the Masked Man. And it didn't stop there. Not only was it a loss, but The Vision unleashed a brutal attack on LA Knight post-match that carried into the backstage area and saw Bronson Reed slam himself onto LA Knight on top of a car. LA Knight was shown getting loaded into an ambulance after the attack as well. So the emphasis on the brutal attack and the focus of the ambulance surely lets us know that we should not expect LA Knight on next week's edition of Raw. The way that it was written and showcased, the way to write somebody off of television for a bit, that's not something you can bounce back from in 7 days. It looks like the purpose of that post-match beatdown was most definitely to get LA Knight away from television for a bit. There's no word yet on how long this break will be for LA Knight, but after an attack of that magnitude, it appears that we'll surely not be seeing him for at least several weeks, at the bare minimum. A lot of fans have had a lot of things to say about LA Knight's recent usage. He always appears to get so close to the top of the mountain, he gets right there near the top, but then something doesn't go in his favor, and he gets knocked down, and has to start climbing back up again. That's been the story for LA Knight going on 3 years now, but fans are still being optimistic and holding out hope that 2026 will be the year that LA Knight breaks through and finally does win the big one. So with LA Knight apparently going on this little creative hiatus, hopefully he does return with a clear direction and path set in place for him. In Liv Morgan's second week back being on Raw, there's already been a big twist and change in plans to what they previously hinted at. During Liv's first Raw back, we saw Liv Morgan have a mini backstage confrontation with Stephanie Vaquer, teasing Liv's interest in getting that title back. And in the closing moments of Raw, we saw Liv hand Roxanne and Raquel the tag team titles, confirming that she's okay with Roxanne replacing her as Raquel's partner, because Liv was obviously going after Stephanie and the women's world title. That's a foundation that Liv's first week back was hinting at, but Liv's second week back completely flipped all that on its head. When Nikki Bella came out to confront Stephanie and tease the idea of coming after the world title again, Raquel Rodriguez attacked Nikki Bella out of nowhere and made it known that she herself was going to be the next challenger for Stephanie. Liv had everything in place for herself to be next in line to face Stephanie, but Raquel came out of nowhere, cut in front of Liv, and took that opportunity to confront Stephanie. And that created instant tension between the former multiple-time tag team champions. Liv questioned Raquel for going out there and confronting Stephanie, and Raquel snapped back at Liv, saying that she didn't know how she had to run everything she was up to by Liv first. Liv's first promo back definitely made it seem like she was going to take control of the Judgment Day and lead them all back to gold under her leadership. But that didn't really last that long because just after 1 week after Liv put that all out there, Raquel is already going rogue and doing whatever she pleases, such as going after the women's world title without giving Liv and the rest of the group a heads up first. So not exactly the best look for the group and Liv's goal of making them run the show again. It's only week 2, and it appears that Liv's goals and plans of having Roxanne and Raquel win the tag team titles while she wins the world title is already blown up and destroyed. But Liv did not make a big deal out of it. She pivoted almost instantly and said that she's willing to team up with Roxanne Perez and stand in her corner. And that's exactly what happened. Liv came out with Roxanne and ended up playing a big role in Roxanne's match by causing some outside interference and helping Roxanne get the win over Lyra. And for the first time since Roxanne joined the Judgment Day, it looks like Liv Morgan is finally embracing Roxanne as a member. When Roxanne was first coming into the group, Liv was definitely keeping her distance from Roxanne. Liv seemed like she didn't really want Roxanne there at all. But that's no longer the case. Liv is suddenly happy and glad that Roxanne's in the group and is more happy than that to help Roxanne. The only logical issue here with this route, though, is that there's no real explanation for Liv's sudden change in behavior towards Roxanne Perez. Liv was so ice cold to Roxanne at first, but now Liv comes fresh off a return and is full-blown buddy-buddy with Roxanne. Doesn't really make much sense when you look at it like that, because we the audience haven't really been shown or told anything to explain Liv's sudden change of heart towards Roxanne. It's either a plot hole or it's part of another more long-term story that they're setting up there. Maybe Liv's Survivor Series return and her actions toward John Cena could have been some deep foreshadowing for what's to come with Roxanne Perez and herself. Because at Survivor Series, Liv was suddenly helping John Cena, jumping into his arms, was very happy with him, but that all turned in a blink of an eye and Liv unleashed a brutal attack on John Cena. So it does make you wonder if that could be the route as well for Liv and Roxanne. Is Liv's happiness towards Roxanne all fake and a ploy? Will Liv betray Roxanne once she really has her trust and kind of mirror what Liv did to John Cena at Survivor Series? It has to be a possibility because Liv suddenly taking a liking to Roxanne without any real explanation is a bit strange. Liv obviously can't be happy with the damage that Raquel has already done to her plan as well. Liv was supposed to be going after the world title right now while Raquel stood in Roxanne's corner. Is Liv truly happy with letting Raquel take that spot in the world title, or does that bother Liv as well? Those are the big questions right now. Liv is smiling through all this at the moment, but is that smile genuine, or is she quietly boiling up inside? Because without much hesitation, Liv just agreed to step back from the world title scene and enter the tag team scene with Roxanne Perez. Something feels off there for sure. But at least for the time being, Liv did prove herself to Roxanne. She helped her get that big win, and it looks like it will be Liv and Roxanne officially teaming up and trying to win the women's tag team titles together. Definitely a big swerve to what everyone was thinking last week, and assuming that it'll be Roxanne and Raquel, but now it's Liv and Roxanne going after the tag team titles, while Raquel goes after the women's world title. So some high-stake title matches surely look like they're coming up soon for the women of the Judgment Day. We'll just have to see how successful they are in those matches and how many titles they end up bringing back to the Judgment Day. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.